Mike, this Super Bowl has the makings to be a classic matchup. Everything, the traditions of these two teams, Steelers and the Packers both call themselves title towns, and maybe deservedly so. I have high expectations. I hope I'm not let down by this game. But it's a 2-point spread in the Packers' favor, which I think is odd. Maybe we could talk a little bit about that in a moment. We're going to talk about who we think is going to win this thing, but I just love some of the subplots in this. But go ahead. What do you think about
a couple of things. It's a ridiculously even matchup. There's a football sort of stat analysis website that I pay attention to. It's called Football Outsiders, and they do playoff odds, like your odds to win the Super Bowl. And right now, the Packers are like 50.2%, and the Steelers are like 49.8%. I mean, it's like almost mathematically as close as it can be. And I think a lot of people who really know this sport, who I've read and say this is a ridiculously even game. I mean, it really is. And I think one of the reasons why people are so excited about it is because both teams have a kind of a national following and a national fan base and such a tradition. I think you're on the money about that. So it should be a lot of fun. There's lots of people who love and hate both of these teams. So as we go through the week, you're going to see lots of sort of colorful things from both sides. It'll be fun.
We're both working on stories that'll be in the Sunday News this weekend on this. One of the things I found as I was doing some research was, neither team has cheerleaders, never have had cheerleaders, don't want cheerleaders.
Right.
Green Bay brings in college cheerleaders, and I don't mean girls with pom-pom. I mean like the whole squads do the pyramids and the big cones and go pack go, that type of thing. I think that's it. The blue collar. You talk about teams that people can identify to. These are blue collar teams in small markets that have niche success by just doing it the right way and winning games and championships. 8 times the Steelers have been to the Super Bowl. They've got 6 titles. Green Bay's been there. This will be their 5th trip, and they're going to go for their 4th title.
Yeah,
and they had all those NFC. Before there was a Super Bowl, they have titles.
Yeah, they both have done well once they got to the Super Bowl. That's one thing. The Steelers are starting to annoy me a little bit.
Okay, why is that?
And we're getting a lot of this. We're getting a lot of this stuff about we're the Steelers and we know how to do things.
Yeah.
We've been here before and we know how to do. We know how to act, and we know. There was some Twitter scoffing about the team picture controversy from the Steelers players, and also the other thing that I hate is we're starting to get from the Steelers a little of this. Well, nobody respected us. Nobody said we had a chance. Shut up. NFL players. If there's one thing that NFL players don't need any more of, it's respect. For God's sake, shut your mouth, Hines Ward.
I think it's interesting is the Packers had a controversy with their team picture. Aaron Rodgers involved. In fact, ironically, he's the one that got moved back to get some of these injured players involved with the picture. Yet there were Steelers players, Lamont Woodley, who was saying, "Well, Steelers, we would never do that." Well, you just tweeted about it, so right now you're
jumping into the pool. Exactly.
The Steelers do have 16 guys on the team that are 2-time champions from this least recent run they've had. Packers have, I think, one guy, Kuhn, that has a ring, and 2 guys have been to the Super Bowl, Woodson and somebody else.
And Kuhn only has the ring because he was on the practice squad, so he wasn't really a part of it. Yeah.
Kuhn married a Manheim Township girl, and they had the reception at the Lancaster Convention Center last summer.
Right down the street from where we sit.
People didn't even know. There's a bunch of Packers were probably walking downtown here and didn't even know it here in Lancaster.
Exactly.
Prediction, who do you like?
I like the Steelers a little. It's a tough call, and there's so many things that could go either way. I think the Steelers' offensive line really isn't that good, but they were good last time out. The center is hurt. Pouncey is injured. Are the 2 weeks going to make him well? I think that's an issue with this. But if those things sort of roll in the Steelers' way, if the offensive line performs anything like the way it did last week, I like the Steelers a little bit.
I think it's going to be a great matchup. I like the Packers a little bit more than I do the Steelers right now. I think it's going to be a great game. I sort of half am rooting for Ben Roethlisberger because I love to see him get 3 titles, to put him in that same area as a Brady and a Manning, and people could shut up and start saying he's a good quarterback. But I do like the Packers in this game.
I see an argument coming there, Starkey, for the low post. That's good. That's good. Yeah.
But you were in favor of them last week. Now you're going to turn. Anyhow, the Packers, I think, are a little bit more healthy right now. I think Troy Polamalu is nursing some injuries. That injury to the center, Pouncey,
that's a good point.
Those are key. And if Polamalu is not the crazy guy that he is out there creating the havoc, it could play a big difference in this game because Woodson's going to be doing that for the Packers. So.
Well, I hope you're right. because I want to see the. As I said, the Steelers are annoying me a little bit, and I would like to see the Packers win. But I'm going with Pittsburgh.
Go Pack, go.